Hi, welcome back to my channel, or welcome to my channel if you are new here. My name is Christina. So in today's video, I'm going to be sharing with you guys my new reading journal for the year of 2022. I wanted to do something different this year as far as like my reading journal. Last year and the year before that, I believe, I started doing the reading journal where I would make a new spread for each month and I would try and theme it out for every month. So it was a different theme. And to be honest, whenever I started doing this, I thought it was really fun at first and I enjoyed it whenever I did do it until last year when I was trying to do a theme for each month. I realized that it was actually very repetitive and also overwhelming to try and plan out a theme, to planning out what I wanted each paper to have on it. I wanted to say something else. Each category to be, and I would get so inspired by a lot of people who would do these massive reading spreads. That's what it was. Each spread, what I wanted each spread to be, and how creative people would get with their spreads. And I'm talking about that they would do like 5 to 6 to 7 to so many pages that they would create each spreads for, and I would get so inspired to want to do that, but realistically I don't have time. Secondly, like, I get in a creative block, and thirdly, I don't have the best with my wrist. I like suffer from early carpal tunnel, which I haven't been diagnosed, but I'm pretty sure that's what it is. Nonetheless, I wanted to do something a little easier this year to not be so overwhelming when it came to figuring out what I wanted to do for each month and what kind of spreads I wanted to do for those months. So I decided to go ahead and pick up a ClockWork Reading Journal. So this was created by Hannah Azring. She has a YouTube here, and it's the ClockWork Reader. I actually follow her on YouTube and I really enjoy her videos when she does post. She doesn't post a lot, but that's understandable. You know, we all have our own things that we deal with in our life, our personal life outside of YouTube. But yeah, I really enjoy her content, and I was really surprised when I heard, or when she announced that she was going to be creating a reading journal. I was surprised because I wasn't expecting it to be as like simple but creative as it is. I thought it was just going to be like an empty journal that she just like maybe created the cover and just slapped her name on it, but no, you can tell that she really put a lot of thought into this journal and put her own creative twist on it. And also for people like me who really don't necessarily like want to put a lot of effort into keeping up with what they read or feel so overwhelmed by it, I definitely see where she was going when she created this. And like I said, you can definitely tell she put a lot of thought into this journal. So we're gonna go ahead and jump into what it actually looks like inside. I will leave her channel down below as well, so you can go and check out her own intake on how she created this and what was the reason behind each spread. So this is what the cover looks like. It's a very like pastel lime green, pastel green. I actually really enjoy the cover. I think it's, like I said, it's very simple but also very like pretty. I don't know, I can't think of words right now. The only thing I wish, and this is just like a small little opinion, personal opinion, is I wish that this came in like another color, like an option for like a different color. Not to say that I don't like this color. I think it's pretty on its own. Like, I love the green and I love like the gold foiling that it has on it, but I would have loved this if it was like in a coral color, but that's just my personal preference. That's just my favorite color. But yeah, that's the only like little nitpick I have for like the cover. It does have like this elastic to keep the book closed, which I appreciate. It's also very like flimsy, not flimsy, but like it's not stiff or anything. It's like floppy. The material is also like a velvety material, so it feels very smooth and velvety. And then like obviously like the gold foiling is indented if that makes any sense. But it's pretty. I love the idea of it. So opening it up on this page, it gives you like a little creator note. She wrote a little note for all those who purchased this. You'll get to see like the little personalized note she wrote in here, which I think is really cute. And then moving on to the next page, we'll have like the index. I believe this is what this is supposed to be. So it just kind of tells you what you'll find in this reading journal, which I think it's really cute that she did like a different text, different fonts for each category. I like that a lot. And it says you'll find reading journal samples, to be read, favorites, reading goals, favorite books, or Hannah's favorite books, books to screen, and then a lot more, or much more is what it says. This is the next page, and on this page she shares like one of her favorite books, which was The Night Circus, and then who it was by, which is Erin Morgenstern. She read it physically. It tells you like the date she started it, the date she ended it, and also these stars are how she rated the book. And then it has like the genre, the page number, and where she got the book recommended to, or who recommended the book to her. She has like a favorite quote, where she read the book at, the most memorable, and then also would you recommend and why, and then what did you learn about the book. So that's pretty much what each of these little things she filled in for as an example page. And then she obviously like wrote right here The Night Circus, or not The Night Circus, it says the circus arrives without warning. So she just put like a little something right here in this little space. This next page is pretty much books that are Hannah's favorite books. So she did like give you guys she gave us examples of what was her favorite books. And then she also gives like recommendations on like what you might like from like contemporary, fantasy, adult, nonfiction, and stuff like that. So this next page is your favorite book. So you can write down all your favorite books on these pages. And I love what she did with this. I love the flowers. I love the text from right here of the favorites in the book. I like how she did the font calligraphy, whatever I'm trying to say, but she gave us a whole page or a whole 2 pages to write down favorite books and the author. On the next 2 pages is reading goals and reading stats, which I don't know exactly if I'll use this page. Maybe I will, maybe I won't. I don't really know. But again, she has very simple design on it with the greenery, and then as far as like the font as well is so simple but yet so adorable and cute. I love it a lot. The next couple pages are going to be your to be read, which you can put your TBR on here. I believe this is meant to be like your whole year TBR. So like books you haven't read that are still sitting on your shelf and that you just want to like log. I think that's what I'm going to use this for, is like a book log, to write down all the books that are on my shelf that I haven't read yet that I want to read, but still, like, I think that's what I'm going to do. And I think that's what this was meant for. So she gave us 2 full pages, I think, of this. And then on this page, it's what to read next. So she kind of gives you like prompts of what you can pick up if you're having trouble figuring out what book you want to pick up. She gives you like ideas like with prompts, so you can do that. And again, with the little cute floral designs, it's really pretty to me and very simple, but yet it's like really gorgeous. And then she gives us a little bit of her favorite quotes. And this one was from Taylor Jenkins Reid. So this is one of her favorite quotes that she likes from Taylor Jenkins Reid. And again, very simple, but pretty in my opinion. Okay, so now we're moving on to the actual like paper. So this, obviously you can tell I've already filled this in. So a majority of this book is going to be this specific type of page. Let me get an empty one. So it gives you like a title, it gives you the stars that you can fill in on what you rated the book. It gives you a space where you can put the day you started the book till the day you finished it, the genre, number of pages, who recommended or what recommended you the book, favorite quotes, where you read the book at. Also, it gives you like the option to put whether you read it physically or audio. So it says narrator and format. And then it says most memorable scene, would you recommend this book and why? And then what did you learn from this book? So that's what these spaces are for you just to kind of fill out what you read and your thoughts and all that. And then I'm thinking right here in this little empty space, I'm going to put a picture of the actual book that I read for that page. If that makes any sense. So you get quite a bit of these pages. I don't know exactly how many pages of these you get, but you get quite a bit until you will reach like her next quote. Yeah, so this is where we were at. So you get all these pages, and then you get the next book quote, which was by Cassandra Clare, which is one of her favorite. I think that's what her booktube name is, after one of Cassandra Clare's series. But yeah, this is really pretty as well. It's so simple but also so gorgeous. I love this little design. And then again, we go back to the title of like what book you read, ratings, all that. You go for a while again until you reach her next quote page, which is this one right here. And this one is by Erin Morgenstern, so from the Night Circus. And again, very simple but so gorgeous. I love the cherry trees. Very pretty. Very, very pretty. So coming to the very back of the journal, we have our favorite authors. So here we can write who we love, what our favorite authors are, and what books they have come out with. She gives us quite a bit of these pages. And then the next one is favorite quotes. So if there's any quotes that you have from each book that you read throughout the year and you like really want to make sure that you write it down somewhere so you don't forget, she gives you a couple pages to do that, which I love that. And again, like the cute little flower designs they're so cute. They're gorgeous. I love it. And then here you can put your most anticipated books, releases, whatever. Well, it's meant for your most anticipated book releases. So yeah, I don't keep up with books like that to like fill this up, but like I will fill it up as I go. Especially if it's going to be books that are coming out this year but are pushed out like so many months ahead. Like I will definitely write it down as I learn about them. But for sure, I think this is such a cool idea for those who actually keep up with books, new releases. I think you guys will find enjoyment in this. And then this is for a page on books to reread. So any books that you plan on rereading this year, you have the option to write it down so you don't forget it. Or if you just want to, make sure you have it jotted down somewhere. I like this idea as well. And then here I thought was so cute and so interesting as well. So this is a page or a spread for books, like your favorite childhood books. I don't have very many. A lot of my favorite books are probably going to be from like when I got into reading, and that was in 5th grade. So I probably will write down some of those books that I really enjoyed and I hope to own one day. And this spread is books to screen. So any books that are going to be adapted to the big screen, you can definitely jot down on these couple pages here. So whether it be like from an official movie to Netflix, you can write it down so you can remember exactly dates and when they're going to be showing. The next one is favorite movies. So I think she put this in as like a little fun thing, not necessarily bookish, but you can jot down like your favorite movies of the year or your favorite movies in general, your all-time favorite movies that you can watch over and over and over. She gave you the option to put that on this spread. And then on this one is for TV shows, I believe. Let me make sure. Yeah, favorite TV shows. So you can definitely put down like your favorite TV shows just to make it fun and not always be bookish, because let's be honest, not all of us dedicate our time to reading all the time. Sometimes we get caught up in a show and it'll consume us for a while until we remember that we have books that need to be read. I'm guilty for that, but it is what it is. Another thing that I really thought was so cool whenever I saw this was that Hannah put her own reading playlist. So these are like playlists that you can listen to while you're reading. And I thought that was such a cool idea that she gives you a little taste of what she likes to listen to while she's reading. And then also you can put down some of your own music and share. On this next spread is a where I got my books spread. So you can jot down where you purchase your books from, whether it be from like a bookstore, online, wherever you get your books from. You can definitely write it down here. So if anybody ever asks, hey, where'd you get that book? You know exactly where you got the book from and you can share it. So this next page is favorite Bookish creators. So this is for like your all-time favorite booktubers that you would love to write down and kind of give them a little spotlight moment in your reading journal. Somebody that you can watch as a comfort and you get excited about whenever they post. So yeah, I thought that was a cool idea. And then moving on to the last page is this is just the acknowledgement, and then we have a cute picture of Hannah right here. So this is just deets about the book and acknowledgements, and then also about the author, which yeah. And then the very last page is this page with the cute little stack of books. So yeah, that's pretty much the reading journal. A little bit of cons that I have with this, which is like I think one thing, and that's just the fact that it doesn't have like a bookmark. I really wish it would have had like one of those ribbon bookmarks, so that way you can like place it wherever another empty page is for the next one that you're going to fill in, instead of having to flip through and find the page that is empty. But I think that's pretty much it, other than like the nitpick I have with this being the only color. I really wish this would have came like in a coral color. I think I would have loved it even more, but I mean, I guess this is one of her favorite colors. That's why she chose this color. Obviously, I would assume it's probably her favorite color. That's why she created just this one specific color. But would I highly recommend this reading journal? Absolutely. I think I paid $22 for this on Amazon, but it's priced at $25 everywhere else, I believe, which I think is still pretty good because it is a pretty heavy and thick book. It's good quality in my opinion. I feel like even the pages seem thick, like it's just really thick. You would probably be paying a lot more for like the Annie and Archer bullet journals. I think that's what they're called. I think they're like $30 if you don't get them on a sale. So definitely feel like this is worth the money, and also it's definitely something that is worth if you're not someone who wants to necessarily overwhelm themselves with trying to figure out what type of theme you want to go for each month. This is definitely the bare minimal. You just have to fill it in with each book you read, and then you can add a little something to the corner of that, like on the little empty space, like this little empty space right here. You can definitely just create something right here for each book that you read, which I think that's good enough for me. So definitely would recommend this. So far I've been enjoying it, even though I haven't filled in everything yet. I've still been enjoying the fact that I can write in the book that I finish, what I rate it, and then add some little details from each question that's asked of me from each page. So I have definitely been enjoying it. I am so glad I picked this up. I definitely can see myself getting a lot of use of this instead of skipping months trying to be creative and just get myself in a creative block or frustrated because I forget to plan something out for each month. So yeah, I think this year is going to be a good year for keeping up with my reading, reading tracking. I don't know. I can't think right now. But yeah, if you were interested in picking this up, I say go for it. I so far have enjoyed it, and I'm pretty sure I'm going to continue to enjoy it for the rest of the year. So that's my thoughts on the ClockWork Reading Journal. I am obsessed with it and I'm glad I bought it, and you should buy it if you are looking for a reading journal, but don't want to have the struggle of being creative every month or feeling overwhelmed. So that is it for today's video, you guys. Hopefully you enjoyed. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Bye.